6.4 problems. Around 347. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am Send It Steve, and this is my junkyard. I'm just kidding, but everybody thinks it's a junkyard, and you know what? I'm okay with that because like I said in the last video, I'd rather have more than one project than to have one project or, you know, like a truck that, you know, I can only do truck stuff. Here, I have content all the time. So the C5 we will get running this week. Basically, it does run. I just had to put a subframe back under it, and I got to get a battery because I put the battery in the Bruce. So obviously you do know this is the Bruce project. You do know it was the 4th of July, so we were out here kind of celebrating. We did a little burnout. If you didn't see yesterday's video, definitely check it out. It was just kind of a piece together video of burnouts in the C5, that, and a couple other cars. Plus the kids and I went to Hershey Park. So we had a little bit of fun. We did a couple things, but this is also Fred here. This is going to be a cool tow rig. I don't know what I'm going to do. There's a couple different routes I'm going to go. I'm definitely checking into my options, but I had to buy this because this had a bunch of good parts with it. So the other truck that I was looking at had a bad grill. This has a good grill. Like the windows, everything. Well, that's a different story. We're not here to talk about that. But this is Fred. This is a project truck that we are purchasing. This is a project truck that we did purchase, and I can't wait to get the ball rolling on that one. But that'll be for a later video. Obviously, you know about the Cummins is here. We got a boat, camper. We got a bunch of stuff. So today's video is actually going to be about the F450 because we are long, and I do mean long overdue, on some maintenance. So let me climb up here, and I'll show you here one of the biggest things that kind of bothers me about this truck. And it always happens, you know. People do it, I do it. I mean, I don't usually do it, especially with this truck, but we are long overdue for an oil change. Look at that, 12,754 miles. Now, if you are new to the channel, I run this truck hard. I do. People are still shooting fireworks off, but I actually run generators and things like that for a generator company, and I'm definitely hard on this truck. So I'm gonna go ahead. I got everything to do fuel filters. I got everything to do an oil change. All right, guys, well, this little mini Jeep did absolutely amazing, and if you want your chances to win it, you definitely got to go over to knivesdeal.com. I'll get you the full description, the full details. I'll put it at the beginning of this video on how you can win this bad girl. Now keep in mind, you won't be winning this exact one. We are going to purchase you a new one, and we'll have it delivered to one of your retail dealers somewhere close to you, and you'll be able to pick it up from there. We'll get it fully serviced, ready to rock, ready to roll, and it will be your personal brand new Jeep. Here, before I kick off any of the other, I'm going to go ahead and change the fuel filter. Now, you guys do know that this fuel filter, well, number one, is tight. And number two, isn't very old. However, with kind of the issues I was having with it, it's not gonna hurt us to change it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, obviously. And we're gonna do that first before we get into any of the oil change stuff. So there's one here, and then there's also one down the fuel rail that we're gonna take care of. So let's go ahead and get this popped out. As you do know, that doesn't look too terrible, but it might only have 4,000 miles on it or so because we did have an issue and we put new filters in. But look at the difference already. Let's get them swapped. One thing that I always do, and you know, it comes in the kit, so why not? But a lot of people try to reuse these O-rings, and it's kind of a waste, guys, because that is definitely sketchy. And they give you a new one. I mean, it's super easy. It's in the pack with the new fuel filter. So basically what I usually do is I buy Motorcraft fuel filters and oil filters. I did see in the last video, if you guys did see that maintenance video or upkeep video, I did have some junk filter laying around, but it was free, so that's kind of why I tossed it in there. I know it's not the best, but free, you can't go wrong. So go ahead and pop it down in. You hear it click, and now we'll go back into the truck and slide her on in. Don't ever over torque any of these guys, because you will crack them, will give you issues. All right, let's go underneath now and do the fuel filter on the frame. Alrighty, while that's draining, over here is the actual other fuel filter. Now, if you guys do remember, we did end up getting a used unit to put in it here for the high pressure fuel pump. So I should have done this filter when I did that, but I kind of was slacking. Plus I wanted to make sure that's what the issue with the truck was. So let's go ahead and get that undone, and I'm gonna get pretty much covered in fuel. Well, I guess it's time for me to get a bath in this stuff. Ah, you fudger. It's always terrible because it literally runs down the frame. These 6.4s are freaking terrible for fuel filters, but it's definitely a maintenance that needs done. Oh boy, I'd say that was definitely long overdue. I would definitely say long overdue. Well, maybe we'll fix the engine light too tomorrow. Who knows? Let's get the new one tossed in here. Well, new O-rings installed, new filter installed. Let's shove it back in place here. We'll go ahead and get her tightened up. Oh, baby, I'm sorry I neglected you. Unbelievable. Alrighty, now that the fuel system's done, we'll go ahead and pop the oil filter out, and we are going to go back to my Sinister housing with the Motorcraft filter because, well, that's what I like to run. This one, I think I ended up buying this alongside the road or something. I don't really know. I think I was in New Hampshire, and I had a oil leak, so I ended up fixing it on the side of the road. So I just bought what they had laying around. So this whole unit we're going to throw away. We're not going to reuse it. Definitely due for an oil change. But as you do know, we do have the Sinister lid. That is going to be the one that we put back on because well, this was, like I said, one that I found on the side of the road when I needed it, and we tossed it in. So let's get them swapped over. New filter, new O-ring here. Drop her down in place. Oh yeah. I hope Sinister doesn't take royalty for me doing this in this video. This is always the fun part, to see how much oil you'll spill going back in the container. A little pro tip is if you turn your container like this and tip it in, you don't spill as much. Pro tip. Oh, I'm getting nervous. Two gallons in and not a single drop spilled. Oh, this is going too easy. Something's got to go wrong. Alrighty, it is the moment of truth. Now, it ain't gonna fire up right away, guys. I'd like to roll the key forward twice. Go ahead and give her a good prime. Oh, baby. Roll her again. Now it's the moment of truth. Oh, fires right up. Oh, long overdue. Like I was saying, we can go in here, reset, and actually reset our counter from 12,854 down to 0. Fresh oil change, fresh fuel filters. Let's start plugging and chugging, guys. All right, guys, so there you have it. We did some maintenance on the old 6.4 here. The truck definitely deserved it. It was definitely long overdue, to say the least. But she's good to go. She's sitting here idling fine. She's running great. And we're going to go ahead and tackle that outer tie rod and the U-joint probably in an upcoming video. I want to get the C5 done, and I want to get the Bruce wrapped up because we possibly are going off-roading this weekend. So if you guys like the content, please smash that like button. Please subscribe. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next upload. Hopefully, we can have the C5 up and running. I'm hoping, guys. Busy weekend. It's supposed to get a little bit of rain, so we'll see. But take care. See you in the next one.